Having been a part of the credit card points and miles game for well over 7 years, I personally believe the golden age of the credit card is way behind us. While it's still possible to extract extreme value from certain credit cards, I believe it's getting harder and harder to navigate through all of these valuations, the annual fee hikes, and coupon books that have hit the points and miles game over the last couple years. And over the last 12 to 24 months, the amount of devaluations, annual fee hikes, just overall negative news surrounding credit card points has been getting extremely overwhelming. And in this video, we're going to talk about a potential quiet devaluation that American Express may have done to the Resy credit. This is going to be more of a conversational and kind of interpretation of the news. And I want to hear your opinion in the comment section on what you interpret this news. But before we hop into that video, guys, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I'm making that push into 1,000 subscribers and would really appreciate if you enjoy this content to drop me a like, comment, subscribe, as it directly supports the channel. Before we hop into the article in question, the Resy credit is consistently revered as probably the best credit amongst all coupon book credit cards. It is present on the American Express Gold, Platinum, and even the highest tiered Black Centurion card. The Resy credit applies to almost every single premium travel credit card holder because 99.9% of us will eat out at least once a quarter, once every 6 months, or once a year. So this Resy credit will have value. You can essentially count it towards the 100% effective annual fee because dining out is something that most of us who hold premium travel credit cards do. And which takes us into the article where Resy not only made some changes to their overall website, but they removed around 200 restaurants from being eligible for triggering the American Express credit. They did not remove the restaurants from Resy, they just removed the eligibility to trigger said credit. Now, your personal interpretation of this news depends on if you are someone who views glasses half full or glasses half empty. I'm going to get to the chase, guys. I personally am someone, when it's in regards to credit card news, I am always glass half empty because I personally believe that credit card companies never make changes to benefit the consumer. They are doing so to benefit themselves and their overall profit margins. Starting off with those who view credit card news generally as a glass half full, and that American Express has zero nefarious actions when they made this change. Certain explanations can definitely be number one, the more plausible of the situations is that these restaurants are part of the Resy ecosystem, but they do not accept American Express. Smaller businesses usually avoid American Express because those interchange fees are on the more lucrative side when you compare it to Visa or MasterCard. This is the more potentially true of the case, but I personally don't believe it. Number two could be due to the acquisition of Talk, the integration of the Resy and Talk ecosystems can cause a certain overlap or just removal of certain restaurants at this given time from said credit. As of right now, these are the more plausible of the situations, but being someone that views American Express news, number one, but just overall credit card news over the past 12 to 24 months as all being negative changes, I side with those with the glass half empty. And the reason I have this standpoint, number one, is that I believe American Express is dipping their toes in the water to see not only the general reaction, but 2% removal today can be 5% tomorrow, 10% a year from now, 20% 2 years from now. We have no idea the direction, but what we do know in the credit card points and miles game is that what we love, our favorite credits, have been consistently getting devalued over the last 12 to 24 months. And what I personally believe, which we see with every single other credit that American Express has, owning Resy and now having on their website that stamp of approval that this restaurant is eligible for the American Express credit not only removes confusion, but it now has a leverage tool for American Express to market towards certain restaurants. The only reason I have this standpoint is because on plenty of earnings calls, the CEO of American Express has consistently said that companies offer the credits at either free value or a substantially discounted value to have access to the American Express credit card holder. Generally, those who hold American Expresses have a higher threshold of spend and are higher income earners. So having access to said consumer is a benefit for the company. And that is no different from restaurants, especially those on the higher end. But what this can end up having done is it can trickle down and have more restaurants that pull the eligibility from receiving the Resy credit, thus affecting consumers in the long run. Again, total speculation, but this is just my interpretation of what may occur. Another aspect that I definitely need to think of possibilities is now that we see that there is the potential of restaurants being on Resy that don't trigger said Resy credit, you now need to make sure that if you make a reservation in advance, but as we know, reservations aren't required. But living in a place like Miami, Florida, sometimes I have to reserve the higher end restaurants a week or two in advance. The potential of that badge of approval being stripped away prior to my reservation can definitely throw a monkey wrench in the entire situation. Because not only now do I need to worry about it being a Resy restaurant, but I need to see if that stamp of approval that it will trigger my Resy credit is still there. A lot of what ifs, a lot of potential confusion, a lot of just overall potential of devaluations is something that I personally don't like, because the Resi credit has always been this overall flexible credit that you don't need to make a reservation, just show up to the Resi restaurant, pay, and it will trigger said credit. This potential change just adds a bunch of variables into the situation that I personally do not like. Giving you guys some evidence to show that I'm not just an American Express hater grasping at straws and turning an article of nothing into something. There's multiple people on outlets such as Reddit and Doctor of Credit who are stating that they dined at a Resi restaurant, and when they went to go check if it was credited, number one, it wasn't, but number two, now they can see on the American Express website that it did not have that seal of approval that it would trigger said American Express credit. Also, multiple people are saying that their favorite restaurant that they know for a fact take American Express is no longer triggering said credit. These are not 100% definitive data points, but it's just something to think about to show that maybe American Express is doing a little bit more than just innocently removing 2% of their restaurant ecosystem. Now, the main reason that I am unfortunately forever team half empty with American Express, even though I still love their overall ecosystem and would rank it in the S tier, is that over the last 12 to 24 months, it's very hard to ignore the amount of devaluations that have occurred in its ecosystem. Starting with the most recent, number one, being the hike of the annual fee to $895. While the credits definitely outweigh the annual fee, increasing that barrier of entry for not only those that have held the credit card for an extended amount of time, but those recently applying for the credit card definitely puts an overall damper to the ecosystem. Having to pay $900 out of pocket before you can even begin to enjoy the benefits is a hard pill to swallow for some people who like premium travel credit cards. Number two, one of the biggest gut punches for many American Express Platinum holders is the removal of the loophole for the incidental credit and United Travel Bank. American Express said specifically that the United Travel Bank would not trigger the incidental credit anymore, and it does not. This is again another way they have devalued consumers' ways to find value for their $895 coupon book. Number three, this one hurt me the most being an American Express Gold holder, was the removal of Hawaiian Airlines. While this wasn't directly related to American Express, because Alaska Airlines did purchase them, they did not then in turn add Alaska Airlines to their overall portfolio. What the reason is, not sure, but again, a devaluation for us holders. We've seen devaluations to the Emirates transfer rate. We have seen the removal of the Saks Fifth Avenue credit. We have also seen a devaluation to lounge access, while not to the substantial level, but with overcrowding, they limited the amount of time that you're able to be there during a layover, as well as penalized individuals who are traveling with a friend or family on a different flight, unable to bring them into the Centurion Lounge. Over the last 24 months, with over like six or seven things that I just listed, is a lot of devaluations for a singular ecosystem, which is why I always tell individuals part of the credit card points and miles game is to never be married to an ecosystem. Never be scared to take a step back. Never be scared to downgrade, change ecosystems, or just start from scratch in another credit card ecosystem. The goal in the credit card points and miles game is to consistently win, to beat the banks, to make the credit card pay us for holding it. And once you're unable to do so, or it becomes too difficult at a point where it doesn't make sense anymore, don't be scared to take a step back. But guys, drop me a comment below. We're going to end the video here. Let me know, do you think this was just an innocent take from American Express where they just took away 200 restaurants for a legitimate reason without any nefarious actions towards us consumers? Or are you part of Team Half Empty like myself, and you think that American Express is setting up for a potential bigger devaluation down the road, whether it's in the next month, 6 months, 12 months, whatever it may be? I personally believe that we will see what happens. And if this doesn't happen, guys, I have no problem admitting I am wrong. This is more of a speculation video and what I personally think from American Express. But over the last 12 to 24 months, they definitely have proven that they are not on our side. I get it, they're a business, but as a consumer and just lover of overall credit card points and miles, it gets frustrating consistently seeing articles and articles and articles on devaluations. We're gonna end the video here, guys. Feel free to drop me a like, comment, subscribe, as it directly supports my channel. And if you want another American Express related video, I'll put one right here for you.